Hi, I'm Eric, and this is Adventures in Golf. We all know that golf flourished during the pandemic, and most courses were as packed as they've ever been. But not this one. In fact, Bald Eagle Golf Club has been closed for 2.5 years, and we're here to find out why.
Welcome aboard.
In March of 2020, the U.S. and Canada, along with the majority of countries around the world, closed all land, sea, and air ports of entry into their countries. The effect was felt immediately, and all people hunkered down and waited for the world to open up once more. As the months ticked by, people began searching for outdoor activities, which were deemed safer and allowed for social distancing. What they found was golf. In record numbers across the country, the growing interest and demand for tee times was felt everywhere. Everywhere, that is, except for one course that was completely unreachable, no matter how many golfers wanted to play it. It's only now, 2.5 years later, that the first sounds and sights of golf are arriving at the Bald Eagle Golf Club in Point Roberts, Washington.
Not a common story that golf here didn't thrive during COVID.
I know. Everywhere else it did. And in Canada, it was one of the most popular outdoor things because they were trying to get everybody to go outdoors and play. They're having a hard time finding tee times in Canada.
So why was it an issue here? The answer dates back all the way to 1846 and the signing of the Oregon Treaty, which effectively made everything south of the 49th parallel part of the United States. Why is this important? Well, the town of Point Roberts sits on a 5-square-mile peninsula, which means it's surrounded by water on 3 sides. And in this case, the remaining side is connected solely to Canada. But since the peninsula extends down past the 49th parallel, everything below it belongs to the U.S., which means that in order to get there, you have to cross into Canada, travel 25 miles, and then cross the border again back into the U.S. So, when the border was closed in 2020, it effectively sealed off the town from the rest of the world.
Most of the people that play golf here, where do they come from?
Canadians, 90%, I would say almost 95%, which is why we didn't open during COVID, because they had the borders shut.
The golf course was just closed. There was you couldn't even come play golf if you wanted to.
No, unless you were just a local who came and walked on.
Just sneaking on.
Sneaking on.
Did people do that?
Oh, yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah.
With the golf course closed, unfortunately, all employees had to be let go. Except for one.
I don't have an irrigation tech, I don't have a spray tech. I pretty much do everything myself.
This is course superintendent Rick Houle. Rick's blood, sweat, and tears have been a part of this course since it first opened in 2001. He's seen it all since then, but no one was prepared for this.
We just thought, okay, this is gonna last a couple of weeks, maybe a month. So, you know, even though the boys got laid off, we still tried to keep it, you know, ready to open up. But as time went on, I said, okay, we're using too much equipment. I can't take care of everything. Larry, my mechanic, was gone. This ain't happening.
He was just on his own, 175 acres that he had to kind of maintain. And yeah, it was tough.
For 2 years, the course was basically hibernating.
Yeah. I had lots of volunteers because they wanted to golf. So I said, well, if you wanna golf, you gotta help me. So
it was a membership by service.
Yeah.
I helped maintain the course with Rick as a volunteer, kind of pay the way for playing all the way when they were closed down. The volunteers kept the place alive so that it's not as a bad shape. Otherwise, it would have been just horrible.
I just said, let's just make everything at 2 inches. So I had volunteers come in and they just get on the rough mowers and make everything. Tee decks, everything 2 inches, except for the greens. I would keep them at winter height.
Just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You could probably still putt on them, but it's a little
slow.
slow.
Yeah, it's just slower.
It's a good course. once everything comes back into life, it'll start picking up, I hope.
He did get a lot of volunteers that came out and offered to help out, but it still wasn't the same. He wasn't doing the seeding or the fertilizer. It was basically just do the bare minimum, keep the grass cut when you can, weed some bunkers here and there, but yeah, he was pretty much doing it as a one-man show.
It's like you had your own private club almost.
Yep. So the guys would say, let's go to Rick's course, yeah.
Rick's course.
Yeah.
Did you live in this house, or where did you live?
Yep. Yeah, I had a fifth wheel. I had it parked over there.
Oh, cool.
And so we had some big screen TVs that we brought in with satellite, watched the games, everything.
Dude,
Then
you had the deal of the century.
Someone had a sign to make, and they called it, my last name is Hool. So they said the 19th Hool.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
Besides those helping Rick, there was one more volunteer crucial to sustaining the course during its closure.
I stayed on as a volunteer for the 2 years. I wasn't on payroll with the golf course, but I did all the bookkeeping, made sure the bills were paid, and just kind of, go through the mail, whatever else was necessary.
While no one was coming to play golf, the same can't be said for the town of Point Roberts.
So during the COVID, a lot of people came here because we were called the safest place in America.
Through the pandemic press that Point Roberts got, a lot of people looked at Point Roberts as, oh, that's a really unique place to live. You can work from home.
So people would buy a house here unseen.
I got really super busy. I also am a real estate agent, so the real estate just kicked in. But now I'm doing both because I'm back at the golf course and just trying to keep the balance going. Yes.
After 6 weeks, they couldn't handle it and left because there's nothing here. The bars weren't open, no nothing.
When the border closed, the 1,300 year-round residents had to rely on the town's one grocery store, a couple gas stations, and a small handful of restaurants with limited hours, if they even opened at all.
This is maybe the restaurant in Point Roberts.
But now that the border's open, locals can move beyond the town's limited options once again.
Is this the main restaurant?
There is no main restaurant. This is the Reef, though, but it's closed right now, but it is open. And there's another one called the Breakwaters, and it's a restaurant, and it's open. And then there's another one up there called the Saltwater Cafe, and it's open part-time.
But when you go out to dinner, do you just go back up into Canada?
Boston?
Yeah.
Often.
It's a beautiful marina. I guess for boaters, I don't know. I think I'm just struggling to understand why we haven't just given it back to Canada. Lighthouse Marine Park.
Is this moment translating on camera? Can you see how beautiful it is? It's kind of incredible, right?
I may not know what country these waters belong to, but this view belongs to Point Roberts. A small town with coastal views on 3 sides and its own golf course. I could get used to this, huh?
That looked pretty, though.
I've been playing here since it opened. This is my favorite course in the whole area here.
This course, I think, it just got rebooted. So, yeah, it's pretty fun.
Just checking out the golf course, which we've played for quite a few years, but it's been closed since COVID. And just coming down, they've reopened it, and it's a beautiful golf course. I want to play it again.
Some days the deer are out here, the eagles are out here. There's just just like it is today, very peaceful place.
I don't play golf, and I spare myself the agony.
Let's see what we got. I haven't taken any swings since I got here, so Bob lends me a club and lets me tag along for a hole.
Oh my God. I can't let you show me up.
I think I'm gonna keep this club.
I know. Here, I gotta hit it.
He goes, I can't let you show me up. He's going again.
This is, by the way, this is how golf was invented. It was 2 guys out on the links, and one said, I'll bet I can put that in this little rabbit scrape faster than you can.
Yeah.
Now here we are.
Oh, I pushed.
That's okay.
Well, I got distance out of it.
That was good. So you played here since the beginning,
Yes.
but now that the course just opened, you haven't played here in a couple years.
Couple years, yes. Just since the 15th.
It's kind of
So,
exciting. This is like a
yes.
homecoming
Oh,
for you.
I'm happy to be back here. Yeah.
Is anything different now about the course? Not so much with the quality of the grass, but does it feel different to you?
Not really. I know that when it grows back in and they get this back in, like, it's a wonderful golf course.
What? It's 81, dude. You nutted that.
Tell me about the opening of the golf course. What was that like?
It's great to see the golfers, but then again, at the golf course at this time needs repair work, and I just don't have the crew or the time.
This is my first look at the golf course. That bunker, I can see why Rick feels like they've got room for improvement on the golf course here.
You know, I've come out here at times and I've had to wait, so I go in the bunker and I pull grass because I play here so much and I like the bunker shots. But there's a gal working on them, and if you check, she's got about half of them done now.
Oh, okay.
And they're really nice.
There's some temporary greens, which is fun and also not fun because you can't putt.
And we only found out we were going to reopen on April 11th. So we had 2 months to hire staff. He brought up Larry from Arizona because he didn't have anybody to do maintenance. Yeah, we've just been kind of like running from the seat of our pants trying to
Here's
keep up.
$100, get the course running.
Yeah.
There you go. You want to know something? I've been to about 65 countries in my life, which is a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've played golf, I think, in 40. I have never played golf in Canada. So this will be, if I birdie this hole, I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but if I birdie this hole, I would be 1 under par career in Canada.
You may have noticed that I'm talking about being in Canada, but I'm not in Canada, which just goes to show how confusing of a situation this is.
If most of the people that come here are Canadian, why is it America? I don't understand.
Right? 'Cause- right?
All right, we hit the green. Think there's something about Point Roberts that we don't know. There's something under the ground. Maybe there's like a little missile silo or something.
Or they say that we're like witness protection here. There's all these different.
Oh my God, that's so scary.
Seriously.
Are you like, really?
Seriously.
Who says that?
Oh, people.
Who says that? Who
Well,
says?
because we have a gated community, right? You can't get in unless they know who you are.
Whoa. Oh man, that was fun.
Some local guy who has a cabin down here, he's Canadian, and he was trying to set up a petition so that Canada could buy Point Roberts and it would become part of like an extension of Tsawwassen. The real estate market would go super high.
it'd be amazing.
Everything would blow up here. Yeah,
It
the
would
price.
be totally
It would be
good.
It would be really, really good.
There'd be a bunch of restaurants and hotels.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
golf course would be flourishing.
Yep.
What are you guys like working on now? As far as like, because he was saying, the course has, room to grow.
Lots of room to grow. And because we were closed for 2 years, we have to play catch up now.
Right.
I'd love to see the course come back, but need workers.
We have half the staff that we did in 2019.
Oh wow, that's super challenging.
Yeah, our labor pool in Point Roberts is like zero.
How many people live here?
1,300 on a good day.
1,300. And how many of them are over 50?
I'd say probably like 70%.
It's climbing.
It's climbing.
It's getting better. Like
Yeah, you can see it.
2 weeks ago,
Yeah, the fertilizer's kicking in. If you got nothing to do this afternoon, you could do some hand watering.
Who are you looking for? Like just greenskeepers or anything?
Yeah, anyone that's willing to work, for sure.
Anyone that's willing to work.
Yes.
We are looking for groundskeepers, assistant superintendent for Rick. Rick
Okay.
needs some help.
Good.
Anybody who wants to come out help serve staff. We're also looking for staff for the restaurant.
And they need to be a U.S. citizen.
Or a dual citizen.
Or dual
Yeah,
citizen.
Or dual.
This could be one of the most unique stories in golf when it comes to greenskeeping. If you want a true test of greenskeeping, Rick at baldeaglegc.com.
Tracy, Tracy, at baldeaglegc.com.
And I think the question that most people are going to have while watching this is, where are they going to live? Can they live with Rick? Can they live at the 19th hole?
My time here at Bald Eagle Golf Club can be summed up in a single word: hope. Like much of the country and really the world, the course has struggled these last few years. It's been in quarantine for far too long, but has thankfully survived with the help of volunteers and the community surrounding it. Now it looks to the future, with hopes of growing the staff, Rick at baldeaglegc.com, and hopes of growing its membership. I don't know the email address for that. The Bald Eagle Golf Club, like the rest of us, hopes for better days ahead.